is set to receive. And off we go. The first game of week number 12, and the kicker's fielded at the 1-yard line by the rookie. Comes out past the 20, and Noel is taken down.
Texans offense when they go up to Indy.
Yeah, they're in a 3-game gauntlet right now, beginning tonight. Play faking 5-19-1 in those 2 years, but 2-0 this season. Keep it on the ground. They send Marks all the way to the right. Looking that way, throwing that way, and it's incomplete. Sending it down toward Khalil Shakir. Shakir comes up. Fields on the run at the 30-yard line. Ready to go to work. Here's Hill.
During the return, holding against the return team, number 37.
On the ground. A little bit of a hole. 2nd and 6. Off play action. Rolling right. Looking downfield. Chase from behind. Had a great game against Tampa Bay, including a 52-yard touchdown reception. Allen fires to the right side, and that's against the number 1 defense. They're going for it, and he leaps for the first down. Give it to Cook. You know, it's not. Allen looks one way, fires the other way. Cook slipping and slot 3rd down back. Johnson gets it. Johnson out past the 35. Johnson will get the first down. Civilian number 13. Allen will go back the other way. Hits the tight end. Dawson Knox. A chance to take a shot downfield, which he does.
Deciding who wins.
Hit 10 different receivers last week. Meanwhile, picking and threading his way is Cook. He's out in front, and Cook will take it all the way for a touchdown.
Gilliam, 41. Watch him pick up the linebacker, Al-Shair, right there. And everybody else locks up in the interior. There's nobody, no penetration at all. And once the linebacker was picked up there, he was just off to the races. Ability he has.
Matt Prater is going to miss the extra point now. Here's Prater, who missed the extra point. Fielded by Noel. From the 4, Noel finds a little bit of running room.
People have been able to run into the interior of this defense.
Start on the ground
like
here. Yeah.
That's been a thorn in the side for the Texans.
And Collins clearly the number 1 receiver. And another on the right side. Mills. He's chased. Gets it away. It's going to be caught. Mills again. Protection is good. Pass downfield is no good. Under Sean McVay. It's a pretty good resume. Meanwhile, Woody Marks. Great. On a first down, little flip back here. Here's Marks. Off to the races he goes. First year here. From the 6 on 1st and goal. Run it again. 2nd and goal. Pass to the outside and goal. Mills has time, throws, and the pass is.
By the way, look at outside leverage there by Taron Johnson. One of the better when he's healthy. He's one of the best. He got it in there, and that is a heck of a throw as far as accuracy. It gives Kirk.
He's missed the last 2 games with a quad injury. He's back here. He attempts a chip shot field goal. And it's fielded right at the goal line. This is Ty Johnson with a flag.
During the return, holding against the return team, number 35.
Oh, he's not.
Only 29 years old. They start on the ground here. Here's Cook. 2nd down and 4. To the outside goes the pass. It's caught. Trying to escape
on this 3rd down.
Or Ty Johnson is off to his left. He looks that way. Slides to his left. And he gets hit from behind. And goes on top 6-3. Wisnowski. Fair catch called.
He's good to go.
From the 34-yard line, this drive begins with a Mills in the pocket. Mills on this. Oh, and then. And his 8th pass is caught.
The foot was out of bounds. Watch the right foot in, with the left foot out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Shakir Moving, backing up, letting it go, and what a bounce it takes, and it's going to be
for concussion, but cleared quickly.
So both guys back. Here's Cook to the outside for Allen. Meanwhile, Anderson has sacks in his last 5 games. Coming into this one, Allen throws, caught along the sideline. Loves to be back. Spent last year in Jacksonville, got hurt week 11, and has been out since then until last morning. End of the first quarter. It's the Buffalo Bills 6 and the Houston Texans 3 on Thursday Night Football. So it's 2nd down and 4 as the second quarter commences. Off play action, Allen throws, it's caught, that's a first down. He goes to his tight end.
Tackle, see how he does.
Here's Cook, slides to the outside, and Cook picks up
Him that opportunity to get to the backside.
Pass here, Shakir.
Oh, they waved it off.
On a wing, Dawkins back in the game at left tackle. And on 2nd down and 13, off a 4-man rush, the pass is 3rd down and 3. That pass is caught. Can he get to the first down? 4th and 2 here. Allen hangs in the pocket. Allen fires. It's caught.
Him clean and letting Allen make that throw on 4th down.
Look out here. Allen under pressure, pocket collapsing, down he goes. 22. Allen stepping away from pressure, runs out of room, throws low earlier. Now a 44-yard field goal attempt for Prater, and this kick is good.
Stay in the mix of having a shot to get to the postseason.
Kickoff fielded at the 4-yard line by Knoll to the 23-yard line. Woody Marks is the running back. The pass is caught, so there's completion number 2.
Physical, 6'4".
Meanwhile, either a busted
Mask right here.
for sure.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 96. 15-yard penalty, committing play, automatic first down.
Weeks.
First down, going to flip it here to Knoll, and the rookie out of Iowa State gets 5. Short drop, 3-step, pass is incomplete on the season with a knee injury. 3rd down and 5. Here's a little flip inside, but he's going to be on top of it.
Yeah.
4th and 1. Can they get the first down of the run? Yes, they can. Breaking a tackle. Allen, as this drive continues from the 18-yard line, off the play fake. That pass again is
thrown where he had Schultz and before he had Higgins for touchdowns.
2nd and 10. Rolling right, keeping his eyes downfield, firing, incomplete.
Before the pass, illegal contact, defense, number 7.
Right there with Christian Kirk, you can see that's an obvious call. Remember, this is same offense for Houston.
Flip here. This is Xavier Hutchinson. One way, then the other. And he's out of bounds. 5.5 to go. Woody Marks is the running back. Takes the flip. Gets hit in the backfield. Mid a yard. Get it. 6 plays, thrown it on 4 occasions. Chubb hit a couple of times and stopped at the line. Play fake, pass, wide open, touchdown.
Tempo, because the matchup there across from him is 21. See 21, his eyes are in the backfield. Because they went fast, they just thought they're going to run the exact same play. Run the football. They flash it. Good job of kind of working quickly through those progressions. And
3:47 to halftime. The Texans on top for the first time tonight, 10-9. Here's coming over after they run the San Francisco defense from the 3-yard line. Ray Davis is going to run this one back. Line. Allen throws, tip, Intercepted. Running it back here. Bullock. Weaving. Darting. Inside the 10. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown.
I think we'll have a block in the back on the return.
Illegal blindside block against the intercepting team, number 95.
Space, playing zone, reading Josh Allen's eyes, and gets right into that passing lane to allow himself to get a hand on the football. And there's Bullock, who's able to finish on it, to be able to come up with that tip ball. Great job by Zero, gets a hand, almost comes up with a pick. And then Bullock, just such a great job, rangy, second-year player out of USC. And then here's the penalty right there on Knox, 88.
Defense, but back to the 30 they go. Start this possession. Mills is 4 of 13 for 40 yards. Flips it off to the left. Out of 4 games, 3rd down and 17. Pass is caught at the 35-yard line and taking it to the made one earlier from 24 to extend the lead to 4, and he does. So to 9, it's 13-9. Bills get the ball at the end of the half, and they get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Ray Davis to run the kickback. Spinning. Still on his feet. Out past the 40. He's out in front. Nobody's going to chase him down. All the way for a touchdown.
Action by the Texas cover team when he runs into the back of one of his own guys right there. You got a couple of Houston Texans. I mean, it happens fast, but there are a couple of guys there. And once he bounced off his guy, he spun instinctively. And when he spun...
Team's coach. Nothing like a long kickoff return. To get a little ride along the bench. Meanwhile, you got Traymon Smith here. And he'll bring it work.
What his reaction. How great was that?
Got the ride to the 32 clock. We got to look at the clock on the other side. You don't want to go 3 and out.
Want to get your first down.
Can they get it here?
There it is. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they got it here.
Little tackle there by Bishop.
And they saved the 10 seconds. They would have been charged by taking a timeout there first. They'll have 2. 2nd down and 2. Mills hangs in there, throws, caught. Kirk on the run to the outside. He goes. Christian Kirk sets up a 1st and goal. 3 yards on that play. Kirk's the man who scored the touchdown. Here comes the pass in the corner. Turning around.
Down. Love the location of this football. Right foot. Even that right foot is out. So, yeah.
Outs. Mills to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown.
It's going to be
Interference defense, number
%
39.
of his passes complete in the
1/8.
Yeah, 1/8. And here the time to throw. Such a good job of getting back and being decisive. He's done that now. This is 3rd week in a row. There's one thing you can really give him credit is being able to look through, see the defense, trust it, and then get the ball out of his hands.
Fairbairn to kick off. And 38 points per game in the Texans games this season. And they did that. All right, 20-16, our halftime score. Coming up after the break, the State Farm halftime show. Ball, 98 yards. This time, well, he's going to juggle it and come out from about 6 yards in and then slide to a 6 in terms of yardage and points allowed. Begin the 3rd. Quick repositions. Allen throws over the middle. Wide open is the tight end. Shea, the guy who can catch the ball as well as he proves right there. And Allen now. Allen's going to run, but not very far.
And hopefully comes back out.
Cook. Stop him there. Allen, look out from behind. Avoids the sack. Still running around. Whoa, and down he goes back at the 20. Not often do you see an 18-yard sack, but you just saw one there. Wisnowski to boot it. Fair catch call for it. But a lot of teams using the extra lineman after report eligible. Mills back, under pressure, throws the screen here. It's caught by Chubb. Chubb breaking it.
With touchdowns. Been able to do that twice tonight.
Yeah, they started out with what would have been a 15-yard run by Chubb, and instead he got a penalty for an eligible man downfield. Andrews moves the ball back to the 26. First and 15. Underneath, there goes the pass. Tackle as they get checked out, and we'll get the report as soon as we can. Meanwhile, back to second and 16. Mills escaping. Mills is going to run. Mills is for
tackle Trent Brown, but with third and long.
Holding offense, number 77.
But over from the Chargers, works that outside shoulder, trying to get to the corner. Almost comes up.
Texans with the ball, 4-point lead. Run a draw play here. Nice run. Mills, pump fake, and then just becomes the issue here.
Ineligible man downfield offense, number 71. That penalties decline, fourth down.
Shakir is back to receive it. Shakir drifting. Collects at the 19. Barely stays in bounds. Backtracks.
During the kick, holding against the return team, number 38.
Cook. Second down, 6. Chase. Allen just has to throw it. Play clock at 2. Get the snap away. Allen pressured again. Down he goes. Drifting, calling for the fair catch.
Roughing the passer situation.
All right, so back to the game we go. See the 16 Texans. Good run here. At least they're 5. So it looked like he had a sling. Third down and 2. And they stuff him at the line of scrimmage. It will not be going to Canton. I guarantee you that. Shakir will call for the fair catch. This far into the game, Allen will only have 106 passing yards. Start on the ground. Start with Cook. Yeah, they've all started within their 25-yard line. Allen throws, catches
up here. They may bring 6.
Play clock at 2, 1. Allen fires over the middle, and that's caught. But then the ball is out. For the moment, they're going to rule it a catch. He's the ball at the 22 as they start this drive. Through the middle he goes.
Without a safety over top.
Running again. Texans are 1 out of 8 on third down tonight. Can they convert here on a third and a deuce? And they do by backing in. A little over 2 minutes to play in the third. Nothing. Now Marks comes back in. Flanking Mills. Play clock at 0. In the waning moments of the third quarter go empty here. Mills throws, and it's 10 days. Third and 15 to the outside. Spinning, making the grab, taking it to the 8-yard line as Chris put it down. From 26 out, it is perfect. Fairbairn's kick. Down to the end. Everything else has been inside the 25-yard line. Allen under pressure. Look out! Down he goes to the 25.
That many tonight, they come up with another sack.
End of 3. To the 4th we go. Texans by 7. Tough 3-game slate with Indianapolis and Kansas City on the road to come to the third. Yeah, you saw Keon Coleman on the sideline, benched for the last 2 games. Allen escapes. Allen's going to run. Allen's going to run past the 40 and slide to 6. Gilliam was the man in motion. They go to the fullback. Send an extra man here, and Cook finds that open spot and slides through it. And a big gain. He'll go range ball at the 32-yard line. Cook again. 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. 3rd and 2. Cook again. No.
on a sneak on an earlier 4th and 1.
They give it to Cook, and he won't get close. There as the ball's at the 25-yard line for the Texans to begin this drive. On the ground, 1 yard. And they handed play calling duties to him early. 3rd down and 9. Mills chase, look out. Fires it to no Townsend now. This is punt number 5. Averaging 50 yards a boot. It's a line drive kick. It's fielded at the 28. Shakir. Buffalo from the 38 to begin the drive. Quick throw to the outside.
And he said it's validation. He's not crazy. They really are that good.
Meanwhile, Buffalo goes up tempo, and Allen's going to get sacked. 3rd and 12. Under 8 to play. Set up a flip here to Shakir. Nice move by him to get the first down, skirt the sideline, and then finally taken out of bounds.
Great job of making up for that fumble from earlier.
Reed missed the tackle, and down goes Allen again. Hunter, even toe out of the linebacker spot. Pass here, caught. 20. Play clock at 3. Allen retreats. Almost gets sacked again, gets it away. That time it's opposite. 38 yards out. And the 41-year-old Prater boot field goal will not be enough for the Buffalo Bills. Kick here, fielded at the 3-yard line. This is Jalen Knoll running out of room, cuts the other way. Going to the air. Checking it down, left side.
Going to get somewhat conservative, 1st and 10. Little motion, get a little separation, be able to get some space on the outside against Tre'Davious White. Good job there by the rookie. The toe tap, getting both the feet down, right in the left.
First down from the 37-yard line. Stopped at the line. 2nd and 10. Using a good portion of the play clock. That catch is made. He's running here.
Bosa to his right. Rousseau on the black backside.
Blitz. Extra man comes. Catch is made, but a great tackle is his own 10. Townsend gets it away. Shakir's going to let it bounce. And again, it takes Shakir's going to take it at the 4-man front. And what a night they have had. And here they come again. Allen gets it away. Catch made by Cook. Cook going to get crowd roaring. Allen fires, caught, getting away. Shakir, he's got the first. So 155. Allen, good protection this time. Throws underneath, and a nice gain.
Potentially Josh Palmer.
To the outside. That's going to be a first down. Meanwhile, that play clock, I don't think it got reset at 40. They have to get the play away quickly.
One of the big plays last week, 14.
2nd and 10. Allen steps up. Look out. Runs around again. Down he goes again. Daniil Hunter.
Who can win?
Have to get to the Texans 43. Chased again. Flag thrown. Down he goes.
Holding on the offense, number 74. That penalty will be declined. 4th down.
Right. Go empty here. 4-man rush again with a spy. And then you got a lateral. And it's going to be inside Texans territory with Shakir.
Just don't see this ever. But he comes all the way from over here. Here's the man who's going to catch the ball on a crosser. Look at the timing of this. All the Texans defenders are all the way back at the first down line.
Allen's now thrown for 253. Allen, and it's not
to his old teammate Gabe Davis, the right foot, but watch the left. Just
nice game last week. Almost a spectacular grab here. Meanwhile, a quick throw to the outside, inside the 20, spun down to the 7 backfield. Johnson in motion, fake to Johnson, And that's back.
Instead of knocking it down, I think he tried to intercept it with two hands. He did. He came very close.
Celebration was about to begin. Not yet. 4th and 1. And they got movement on the left side. Now they bring Shakir back into the backfield. Flare him out. Allen throws off his back foot. Short, picked at the 9-yard line.
Pass interference on the offense, number 13. That is declined. Houston's ball, first down.
Now he mesh working across. He runs into the defender that was in man coverage on Dawson Knox. That's where the flag came in. Again, pressure. They made Josh Allen uncomfortable. Bullock with his second interception, along with a forced fumble tonight. This game.
Oh, for sure. So it was 4th and 27. Kept the game going and made it very nervous for everybody in this ballpark. But the Texans prevailed. Allen gets picked for the second time to go with the 8 sacks tonight. And the Texans make it 3 straight in the absence of Stroud. They get him back. They have Indianapolis and Kansas City ahead, and they are right back in the playoff hunt. Big time. Postgame show coming up next.